Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name is Rochelle and I'm doing the weekly reading for the collective. It's timeless and general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. And remember that when you see this, it's for the coming week for you. I'm, I just don't even know what I'm doing. I know. I'm gonna pick a couple cards from my angel, my little angel cards. Faith. Come on, camera. You can do it. And what we got? Spontaneity. Gonna show up? Kind of. Hey, there's Rebecca. Good morning. Oh, and Lion is kitty cat too. Good morning, beautifuls. Glad you made it. Okay. Faith and spontaneity. Um, there could be something here about taking a leap of faith, being spontaneous, trying something new. Um, um, yeah, doing something on a whim. And the faith is about like, I don't know, it feels like, the universe is like, yeah, give this a try. Um, or, like it- with taking a risk, there's always there's always that chance of not yeah, maybe it doesn't work out. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do this. And this is kind of like have faith, push through, push through the fear, and try it anyway. Because at the very least, you're gonna learn something, and you might have some fun too. So, okay, going with the wisdom of the oracle. Get get kind of more of what's going on. A little baseline of the story here. All right, we've got exchanging gifts in reverse, number 27. Orphaned, number 5. Peace, 23. So this is speaking to possibly having overgiven of your time, energy, resources, love, um, and then left. You gave a lot, and then you you ended up feeling abandoned, or yeah, left alone, and there was a period of grieving. This feels kind of past. It could be happening now also. Everyone's on a different timeline, but it's like there's this period of time of just, yeah, like going through it, processing, grieving, but then coming out the other side is this peace. And I've never noticed this before, and I don't know how many cards have this, but across the top of each of these cards is the same flag, or this, yeah, that same flags. Um, so so through the difficulty, there's this peace that is you're coming to or have come to. And there's something new that is growing, that is awakening. Um, oh, and interesting too that 23 breaks down to a 5. Both of these are 5s. So there's this really significant change that is happening or has happened because of the difficulties. And I often say this, that it's our our biggest difficulties, our biggest pain that often lead to the biggest growth and learning. And so, and a part of this learning is about how how to give to yourself first and foremost. And then if when you have extra, when you have a surplus after you've given to yourself, then you can share with others. And also something about not being so quick to be in that place of like trying to please others. So yeah, this is difficult, but then good. So let's get some cards from Heart's Hidden Secrets. Elusive, dishonesty, deception, and trickery. Longing, craving, aching, and wanting. Shallow, hollow, empty, and boredom. Hmm. I feel like this is all kind of speaking to what's going on here, where you dealt with some kind dealt have been dealing with some kind of dishonesty, deception, um, that just left you reeling, left you feeling like why did this happen, really looking at the situation, also longing for what you don't have anymore, that it's kind of longing for the fantasy, um the in this state there was something that it could have had to do with trying to, like, a part of the overgiving may have had to do with trying to keep someone, trying to placate them, I'm getting, or to get them to agree to stick around. And there was this thinking of like, well, if I give them enough, um then they will show their loyalty, or they will belong to me, or something like this. And that didn't happen. Somebody took what you had to give and took off, or somehow messed with you and what you had to give. And so there's this longing for that, for wanting this person, but it's not necessary, or this situation, it's not necessarily a person, but it's like it's not that actual thing that you're longing for, that you're aching for. It's the idea that you had, that this could turn into something that you hoped it would. But this person never had the ability to follow through. It was, they told you stories, they told you what you wanted to hear, th- you know and it left you, or is leaving you, feeling hollow and empty. What they had to give was hollow and empty. So there's, you know, you're left to kind of grieve the, like I said, like the fantasy of what you thought this could be, or what it could turn into. So, okay. I'm what am I doing? Oh, I know. I'm going to go with the Osho Zen tarot. The Master. The Source. Oh. And isolation, three, three of clouds. Hmm. Um, there could be somebody here. This master could be somebody um, with some wisdom who has helped to guide you. This can also speak to you kind of overcoming the difficulties, the pain, the grief, um, and like learning the lesson, understanding why it happened, understanding that it happened because it was meant to bring you back to yourself. To This could have kind of instigated a spiritual awakening or growth, um, kind of i- like kind of what's the word, help bring you back to this, to your faith. um and there's the moon and the sun here, which feels like you kind of learn to balance your energies. It's like learning how to go within, to trust your intuition, becoming a master at mm, like both, how do I say it? It's like being really learning to trust your own judgment, ultimately, to trust your intuition, because you were ignoring it before. And this, with the sun, with the source, it's like coming back to this place where you know how to renew yourself and your own energy. Your intuition is guiding you in a direction, and I feel like this is a part of where the spontaneity comes into play. Is It's like you're kind of waking up, you're realizing that um you have everything within yourself, which is why, like, you were out of balance before because there was some kind of idea that you were um you had to play your hand a certain way in order to get what you want, in a from an outside circumstance or an outside situation. And this is all about recognizing that um the outer circumstances will fall into place, will work out for you when you are aligned and in balance with yourself, and in an energy of, like I said, like learning to trust, or having learned how to trust your intuition. And so with this kind of heat, um with this kind of awakening, almost coming back to yourself and understanding your own divinity, this heat is what helps those tears start to flow, and it's what helps the ice start to melt. You've been in this place of isolation for a time, and at one point it just felt very cold and desolate, but that's all changing because of this process that you are going through or have gone through. um w- yeah, this has brought you back to yourself, which has been a theme for a little while now. It feels really good and exciting. There's a lot of people in the collective who are waking up to their own worth, and loving themselves, loving ourselves. It's so great. Okay, so elemental oracle. Hey, Queen, Queen, Queen Von Shay Tarot is here. Good morning. Thanks for being here. Okay, so we've got magnetism and attraction. This card has been showing up a lot. 37. The equator, 5, so we got another 5 again. There's definitely some change afoot. It's interesting that I wore my new shirt, "Be the change." Um, and earth and home, 15. Mhm, mhm. Yeah, see, you're okay, so as the ice starts to melt, right? As those tears begin to flow, as you feel like you're kind of those are very healing tears. There's an awakening, a rebirth, right? That something here is growing, and it has to do with that the inner child, that part of you, that the wounded part of you, that how you were showing up before was coming from this part of yourself, that in a way it was acting. This over giving energy had to do with you trying um to get what you wanted, that was based on what had happened in your past, in childhood, and so you were acting from this place, not realizing that it was coming from a part of you that had um had old ways of thinking about things and dealing with things. And so there's this renewal happening, this new understanding of, oh, if I care for myself, again, with caring for yourself rather than over giving to others, then then that opens up a whole new world for me, a whole new realm, a whole new universe, all these possibilities, and realizing that what you were attracting before, it wasn't fitting, it wasn't working for you because it wasn't coming from an authentic place, um or it was just coming from a place of pain and lack and scarcity rather than abundance and optimism and excitement. And so that's where this is. That's it's like this is it's a starting over, and it's understanding that you want new things, than you think maybe had, that new things that you never even thought you wanted, or that you never even thought about, um, and really focusing on those. And this equator to make equal, this is those two parts of yourself, I feel, that that kind of deep feminine intuitive self, possibly the shadow side of you, working in conjunction with the light, the sunny, the bright, the masculine part, and coming into balance. And and if you look at this card, the darker figure here is the one that's kind of pointing the way, is the one with the knowledge. That's the master in you. And it's like you're being led to the light, to the sun, through the shadow, to a whole new world. 'Cause there's kind of like a holographic world there. So, um, and you're being led home. This whole new world it's you. It's coming back to yourself. Um, Orphaned, but then brought back, you know, rebirthed, rehatched. And there's healing here, and feeling comfortable in your own skin, coming through the difficulties and out into the light. Yeah. So I'm gonna get some cards, some spirit animal oracle cards. Dolphin spirit. This and that are true. 20. This is a very interesting message. Peacock spirit, let it shine. 46. Seahorse spirit, watch and wait. 53. This and that are true. To me, it's the idea that we have our subjective truth. We have our understanding of what is true, what we believe to be true. And then there are other people's truths that is subjective to them. And then there is the truth. And they don't always align. And I feel like with this and that are true, this is about you coming to terms with the fact that how you were operating before this awakening was still a part of your truth. Over giving or whatever this was, um not creating value for yourself, like being more interested in or thinking you needed to provide value for others first and foremost. That was correct for you. That served you for a long time. That helped support you and even save you. However, um, at a certain point, there was this need to change that perception. And so going into this kind of new energy, this new understanding, this is your new truth. It doesn't negate the truth that you had before or what was true for you before. It's all a part of the experience. It's all a part of bringing these two parts of yourself into balance, recognizing that there's a lot of wisdom within the shadow. The shadow, I heard a reader talk about this recently. Andy from, I think it's 13 Moon Tarot, 13 Moons Tarot. Anyway, she talks about this idea of shadow work and how like there's this concept of it just being like going within and looking at all the negative stuff, the stuff we don't like, and it being, kind of this slog, like, oh, gotta deal with my issues, whatever. What it actually is supposed to be about is recognizing that there's the egg, the egg of peace that is kind of hidden within the shadow. It's the part of you that got pushed aside, the part of you that got repressed in order to protect yourself as a child. And so shadow work is not just about dealing with all the crap that you've all the stuff inside. It's navigating that part of yourself so that you can find that golden egg. Anyway, so let it shine. This is recognizing your worth, your beauty, your that you have so much love to give. I mean, the light coming from the heart there. You're coming home to yourself. Watch and wait. you're going to see you're going to see some pretty profound changes. Um you're going to see, watch and wait as things start to unfold in a miraculous way, in a magical way. This has to do, okay, so the seahorse is the it's the male seahorses that actually technically I don't know, they carry the babies, they birth the babies. or I guess the babies hatch, however it works. They're the caregivers. They're the provider for the children. And so the masculine part of you is learning how to be nurturing. The feminine part of you is teaching the masculine part how to be more nurturing to you, not only yourself, but to the people and the situations around you. Watch and wait, and you will see what grows. You will see what you are able to hatch by it has something to do with stepping out of your comfort zone. It's not something that normally happens or that you have normally done. It's changing your mindset in a way. It's learning how to take action from a place, from recognizing the message from your feminine side, from your intuition, and then taking action. And that's where faith is from your intuition, right? Knowing that you have to take action. Sometimes you need to trust your intuition sometimes and be spontaneous, because that's where you're being led. That's where the universe wants you to go. Being drawn to the mystical shaman oracle. The Holy Mountain 25. Let me get my book. The Holy Mountain invites you to go on a sacred pilgrimage to acquire vision and perspective. First, you must accept the present situation as an opportunity to discover higher understanding. Yeah, see, you're becoming the master. Um, Find a sacred altar where others who came before you have prayed and found wisdom, and make your offering there. Make a commitment to walk with courage, love, and compassion until you see with clarity the perfection of all. Watch and wait. um, show up. Show up as your most authentic self, coming from a place of compassion and clarity and love, first and foremost for yourself. And watch and wait as the magic happens, as things unfold in an amazing way. So I want to get some cards from the Voice of the Souls Oracle. Free message 39. Message of warning 33. Spiritual message 41. Again with the 5. We've got a lot of 5s here. You may start seeing 5s, double, triple, quadruple 5s. You are being freed up. How do I say this? You have the opportunity to free yourself from old thinking, from concepts that or understandings that don't that held you back. But there's a warning here. And this warning has to do with okay, so 33 breaks down to a 6. So does earth and home. The warning is that it has something to do with, okay, so there's this there's this balance that I've been talking about, coming into balance within yourself, the shadow and the light. You want to make sure that you stay in balance between your physical, earthly self, your yeah, you as a human in this meat suit versus that part of you, that human part that's having the spiritual part of you that's having the human experience. Your spirituality, however that looks for you, whatever you subscribe to, that is a very important part of your experience, but so is the physical part as well. Um, you want to make sure that you're allowing yourself to fully express yourself, to understand that whatever like feelings that come up, ideas that come up, even if they seem odd or weird or they don't even fit anymore, it's all about holding the space for yourself as you go through this change. Change isn't always very comfortable, and we humans don't usually like um change because it is uncomfortable. um Even though we often recognize that it's necessary to get where we want to go. And so this is about being really kind and compassionate with yourself as you navigate this, because you're going to have stuff come up. It's inevitable. You're going to find yourself in whoop, Charlie's coming. No, my love, you got to stay back. Yeah. You can't come up here. um you're going to have stuff come up, like, it because it's in there and it's what you've experienced and it's a part of what's made you who you are. And the trick is to recognize this energy and treat it like you would a child, where you're like, okay, well, it's okay to feel that way sometimes, and this is where I am in this moment, but this too shall pass, and this is a part of this mastery, and moving into back into the light, into the source because of the faith that you carry, knowing that you've been through it and you've made it through. So like, it's going to keep going. That's the thing about change. That's the one thing you can count on in life. So if things are funky right now, know that it's going to pass. It will. So anyway, I want this is a part where I'm like, I have so many cards still that I want to pull. Gotta wrap this up quickly. Oh, and Linda made it. So glad you're here. All right, so Moonology deck. We've got You Are Good Enough. Yes, you are. Full moon in Virgo. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith in your dreams. Your dreams are what are you've been given these dreams by the universe. You are meant to follow those dreams. But that involves taking a leap of faith. That might involve being spontaneous. And the energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. Yeah. See, watch and wait. The energy is gaining momentum, and you're going to see some definite results, some evidence of all this that you've been going through. So I'm going to get a couple cards from the Gateway of Light activation. Oh, I just saw 3344. We've got Hathor light codes, light immersion. Ooh, light immersion. Full system upgrade and power recall. Power recall. You are learning, you've taken back your power, you're going to be, and learning how to apply it in a new way. Full system upgrade. This is a big deal. Yes, you were being led back into the light. I mean, she's got the light behind her. And we've got the central sun, abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. Let's just bring it back to the source. Yeah, wow. So you're going to see the evidence, the physical evidence. Watch and wait. The physical evidence will show up and be a reflection of what all this work that you are in the process of doing or have done. I mean, honestly, the work never ends. There's always something, as long as we're alive. But it's regeneration and success. You're going to see this manifested in your physical reality in a really powerful, positive way. So I am, you know what? I'm going to finish with a rune card. A rune. Ooh, we've got Uruz. See, look at you. Taking an interest in your own self care, looking good, feeling good, probably smelling good. Let's find Uruz. Huh. Second one. A symbol of brute strength and power. The wild ox of ancient times was both revered and feared because it was wild. This rune is a symbol of physical power, vitality, and good health. It can also suggest a great emotional courage. If you're going through difficult times, you must find the creativity inside yourself to pull through. You have great power within, and you need to unleash that power. When you do, there is no stopping you. This is also a rune about the need to take a risk and not to fear change. Uh-huh. But conversely, it may also be urging caution. Energy that is misdirected can do great harm to both yourself and others. So ensure that your words and actions do not wound or result in chaos, but rather in healing and peace. Yep, this is your new normal that's coming, or maybe is already here. Is your strength, your courage, your power. It's coming forward. It's coming forth in just such an intense way. And all you need to do is remember to infuse it with that sweetness, um, which is it comes directly from that self-love. Once you recognize, once you honor your own self, then you're able to share that with others, with the world. And that's exactly where this is heading. It's awesome. It's beautiful. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And leave a comment if it resonates.